Goo is back from Cali. Avengers Doomsday gonna make blue people mine, mon ami. Cheers! The man of tomorrow, today, if today was 2027, I'm Caine, and I swore at my television. All of that and so much more on News Dump. Hey, folks, if you're watching on the YouTube, you'll notice that the guy sitting that way, not Mac. It's Scheim time.
What up, Goo? How we living, big dog?
I am living good. I am, like the headline said, back from California. Spent over a week over there, San Diego, Anaheim, and Los Angeles. Went to the zoo. I saw a panda.
Nice.
It was sitting right there eating bamboo.
I heard the San Diego Zoo is kind of awesome.
San Diego's the best. It's my favorite city, I think, in the country.
Wow.
I will say, late August, really hot, really humid, really sunny.
Yeah, but I'd rather that than there be 8 inches of snow on the ground.
Right. So I prefer that to here, but I think any other month in San Diego, outside of late August, early September, it's always the same. It's always 70.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's perfect weather.
Went to Anaheim, went to Disneyland. Now, Disney World, 4 separate theme parks. Disneyland is 2. The one good thing about the 2, though, they are right next to each other. If you want to park hop, we didn't park hop, but if you wanted to, you can walk right across the street. It's a nice, easy walk. But I will say I prefer World. I do prefer the parks at World. I went to California Adventure. It was pretty fun. They have the Marvel stuff there. They have Pixar Pier. They have... it feels a lot like Hollywood Studio. It's not. It's good. I enjoyed it. Not enough roller coasters, though.
Interesting. Yeah, I was going to say, did you have a favorite ride you went on with Raffi?
The Incredicoaster. Couldn't bring him on there. It's 48 inches. Solid. Also, when you go the week of Labor Day, after school already started, there's no one there.
That's the best part. So my parents used to take us when we went to Disney World as kids. We would go in October because everybody's in school. Nobody takes vacation in October.
No.
And so we would go first week in October every year, and it was the best.
Didn't need the lightning pass. All I would do is I would go on a ride, get off the ride, and then get right back on. No waits.
That's the best.
But like I said, not enough rides. Very odd. And then we went to Universal Studios. That was also fun. And I will say this. Now, there weren't enough rides at this one either. And when I say rides, you're like physical roller coasters. There's too many of these motion screen ones, which are fine, but I like to physically be in a roller coaster. The attention to detail that they put into Super Mario Land, Super Nintendo Land.
Oh, I want to go there so bad.
Fucking nuts. It's insane what they have built there.
I crave to go to Super Mario World. I think that would be an absolute blast. Do they have a Hogwarts area to that one as well?
So they do have a giant Harry Potter world.
Nice.
I went on, they had one physical roller coaster and then one where Harry takes you around for Quidditch and all the spooky stuff. I don't fully understand the Harry Potter stuff. I did enjoy my time there. Once again, attention to detail with, Disneyland and Universal is crazy with what they do with all these rides. But yeah, the Mario stuff is nuts. And I loved the Jurassic World ride. That was great too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember the classic one down in Orlando. It's very good. It's like a white water raft basically, and you go through the jungle. It's great.
Go through the jungle. You have Dilophosaurus spit in your face.
Yes.
Although I will say I'm a little disappointed they swapped out the Tyrannosaurus attacking you with one of their mutant dinosaurs. I just fucking hate mutant dinosaurs.
Bring back the original dinos.
Just give me T-Rexes. Also, credit to Chris Pratt because he is talking to you at both of these theme parks. You can hear him on the speakers of both because at Marvel Land, Star-Lord, Jurassic World.
That tracks.
He's wrangling raptors. Oh, I did bring Raffi, my son, 5 years old, 43 inches tall. Brought him on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. And that is what Tower of Terror used to be. I didn't tell him what it was. As he was dropping the first time, he's like, I hate this!
Yeah, it doesn't seem primed for a young child.
No, especially someone who, he likes roller coasters. He likes other rides. I don't think he knew that this was a type of ride, that you're just going to be brought up
so
and dropped.
Caught him by surprise.
Yep. He got off. He's like, never bring me on that again.
Never do that to me.
And I said, maybe in a couple of years you'll like it, but right now go hang out with Groot, because Groot was just walking around.
That's kind of cool.
News up. We had an auction over the weekend, and the big seller for $3.65 million, Darth Vader's lightsaber for from the original trilogy, the highest auctioned Star Wars sale ever.
That's interesting to me. I feel like Darth Vader's mask would be worth
helmet.
more than like the helmet would be worth more than the lightsaber. But that makes sense. Maybe the helmet hasn't gone on for sale in a long time.
Yeah, if I'm thinking of things that I would like to buy from the original trilogy, it would be Darth Vader's helmet.
Yep.
It would be the puppet Yoda.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe the Chewbacca suit, but that's someone in there and they're sweating a ton.
Yeah, maybe Han Solo's gun.
Han Solo's blaster would be great. Maybe the miniature, because they used to do all of like the miniatures for the battles and stuff. Maybe an AT-AT, maybe the Millennium Falcon, maybe something like that.
Yeah, so if you had just won Powerball recently, which was way more money than I'll ever be able to fathom, if you could buy one prop from any movie outside of Star Wars, what do we get?
Yeah, so it'd be a bat suit. It'd be a bat suit, or it'd be a Batmobile. If I'm looking at specifically Star Wars, I think, because that helmet it's really easy to display. That's the thing, though. Oh, but maybe the Yoda puppet.
If I hit the Powerball, I would buy K2SO.
Oh, that's a good one too.
And have him just like in the foyer of my home. Mm-hmm. He would greet the people that entered.
And then the other big piece that was really advertised for this auction was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man suit from Spider-Man 2. It sold for almost $300K. And I did bring this up on a news dump a couple weeks ago. I think if I were to buy a Spider-Man suit from one of those movies, I'd want it to be one of those torn up ones at the end of the movie when he's been beaten to shit.
Yeah. Like one of the ones from No Way Home.
No Way Home, or when he's fighting the Green Goblin in the first Spider-Man movie and he's been stabbed multiple times.
Yeah, I don't know that I would go with the Tobey Maguire suit, but I agree with you. I want one that's worn, that's been used.
Yeah, like if I'm buying one of Captain America's shields, I would love the one from Civil War that Black Panther scratched through.
Yeah, or the one that's like broken.
Or that one. Oh, the one, even the one from like Thunderbolts that has been curled into like a taco.
Yeah, that one looks kind of good.
You give me that one. If I'm buying, so I mentioned like a Batman suit, but if I'm displaying something, I think the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman suit from Batman Returns, that's a thing of beauty.
Then you put it on nice lucky lady friend, and everybody's cooking.
They end up dying because they're vacuum sealed into a leather suit. News do. Over at the box office this past weekend, not much going on. We are in the movie dump time of year, September, October. Nothing really cooking, but The Conjuring Last Rites, $83 million domestic, the highest in the series, $187 worldwide. Hamilton, in a re-release, I think it's the one that was put on Disney Plus during the pandemic. They just took that and put it on the screen. That made $10 million.
Nice. Good for them. Yeah, I actually kind of want to see this Conjuring movie. My guy, Jermaine Wiggins, was talking it up to me, so I may have to go check it out at some point.
News up. Doomsday! So many people talking Doomsday right now. Channing Tatum, one of them, and he said that Doomsday will blow minds. Also, he is going to be dumping the full Cajun accent for the movie. That makes sense. He did it for a comedy. You now need to take this a little more serious. Also, I would assume for him, he's like, okay, I get to play Gambit in a serious fucking movie now. That must be something, too. Obviously, he had his movie that got dumped a couple years ago. And then he said that he's in a big fight in this movie with Doctor Strange. I'm sorry, Doctor Doom. Sorry. Doctor Strange would have been cool too.
That would be great. Cool. But yeah,
they both have magic.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they use Gambit. I'm I'm excited. Look, I'm just kind of like looking forward at this point. I didn't love the Fantastic Four as much as many others did. So I'm kind of just like waiting and waiting for the next big movie. And hopefully it really knocks my socks off.
That was all via Variety. Let's stay with Doomsday news dump. Ryan Reynolds was asked if he'll return as Deadpool in Avengers Doomsday. He said, "I haven't stepped foot on set. That's about as far as I will go on that one." And that once again gets into the theory that maybe he's not in the movie, but there is a Deadpool stand-in, much like in much like in Deadpool 2, when you open the door, you have all those X-Men cameos. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's a Deadpool cameo that Ryan Reynolds voices the character.
Or do we get one of those other versions of Deadpool, or like something like that, maybe? Dogpool?
But there's too much smoke around it that Deadpool will most likely be in this movie.
Yeah, I feel like they have to introduce him at this point. They're really trying to introduce everything. One way or another, he will be like either teased or brought in fully.
Or even, when they introduce the X-Men and they're like, "Do you have any more team members?" And they think like, "Oh, Deadpool? No, we shouldn't ask Deadpool."
True.
Something
he'll
like
definitely
that.
be mentioned.
News dump. David Harbour says that Avengers Doomsday is going to be really good.
Thank you, David Harbour. I hope you're right.
Yep. Don't set up the expectations too much. Like, great? No. Exceptional? No. Really good, though. The whole is really good.
It's going to be fun,
Yeah. Saying that the Russo brothers have a special sauce. There's something about the layers in which they put the comedy, drama, surprises, scale, and the epicness, all that stuff. It's incredible.
See now as I'm reading into this, it's just his way to suck up to the director so they can get more screen time. That's all this is.
Well, I'd assume more screen time in the second one. Like, everything in this one's already set. It's
Fair.
now the second one that he's trying to push. News dump. Chris Evans was at the Toronto Film Festival, and he looked fucking jacked. Is his Captain America coming back?
I hope not. I think it's like you're trying to move forward with your universe and introduce new people and new teams and new leaders. Like, I don't know. I guess it's possible they're bringing RDJ back one way or another. So I guess it's, not out of the realm of possibility, but he could also just be jacked for a different movie or a different thing, or just want to be yoked up. Yeah.
He's too old to just be jacked for life.
Yeah. I mean, The Rock is huge. He's always
we're getting to The Rock in 1 second, but so first off, with Chris Evans, with Captain America, you have the possibilities. Maybe a Captain Hydra, maybe a bad guy that he could step in as. But also, one of the rumors is that Doom, or a bad guy or something, is going back because he fucked with the timeline. So he might just appear when he is with Peggy in the 70s or something.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Again, like, it's just one of those small, like, cameo type deals. I don't put that past them at all.
Because also, and Kang is obviously gone, but one of the theories behind Kang, he says in Ant-Man that he faced someone with a hammer, and one of the theories is that he went and he found Captain America who had
with Thor's hammer. Yeah, that would be cool.
So you just mentioned Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This has nothing to do with Marvel, but he is very, very thin now, actually. He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, so he bulked up extra for that role in the UFC fighter movie that he's in that's getting like Oscar buzz.
Smashing machine.
And then like after that, he has trimmed down quite a bit.
Yes. Yeah, because he is going to star in an adaptation of Lizard Music. He is going to play a 70-year-old man whose best friend is a 70-year-old chicken. This is directed by Benny Safdie, and the story follows a boy who discovers intelligent alien lizard musicians living secretly on Earth.
Okay. All right. I'm in.
That is why he's thin.
Okay, good for you, Rock. That sounds wild. I'm in.
So my guess, if he's also doing the Moana live action movie.
Okay.
Got to be wearing prosthetics for that then.
Yeah, like you got to be thick, like in the movie. His character's big.
And I might be wrong, but I think actual lore around Maui is that he is a thinner demigod. So maybe they go with what actually is.
Maybe.
Yeah.
As long as he sings "You're Welcome," I don't really care.
He's a great singer.
You're welcome.
News dump. Tom Holland spoke about the future of his Spider-Man and said, in terms of my future in the character, beyond this movie, I don't know the answer to that.
Didn't he say this already like once before, the last time before we knew he was making more movies?
Yeah, he talks about constantly like, I'm going to take a year off. I'm going to take some time off. And then he signs on for 3 movies a year.
Yeah, I mean, if the money's right and he wants to keep doing it, he's just going to keep doing it. This is just his way of not being non-committal, but allowing the door to be open.
He also says that he actively searches on the internet to see what people want from Spider-Man because it's really important to know what fans want from these movies.
I mean, if that's true, that's great. Like, that's what we want a lot of times. We want to be serviced, Goose. Sometimes we want a little fan service in our movies, and we want to enjoy them.
Speaking of not the main actor, but a character that will be featured in the next Spider-Man movie, Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk, he said that he has yet to see the script, which is good because he usually spoils the movies.
Yeah, that's he's too busy doing Task. That's what he's doing, right? Task, he's up with that?
Yeah, I mean, but granted, we already know that Hulk, Punisher, and we think Yelena Belova will also be popping up in this movie, which kind of kills the street-level stuff. But we'll see what happens.
We'll
see what
here's
happens.
to hoping.
News dump. James Gunn said that he has finished writing the script for Man of Tomorrow. He is now in the lengthy stage of rewriting and polishing it. And also, Peacemaker Season 2 directly sets up Man of Tomorrow. Nicholas Hoult, of course, played Lex Luthor. He is ready to start filming. Reports say this movie will see Superman and Lex teaming up to take on a bigger threat.
Yeah, I'm really hoping it's like Brainiac that they have to team up and fight. I think that would be phenomenal. But I also, I'm very happy that James Gunn is so gung-ho about this.
Gung-ho.
Gung-ho. It also just really pisses me off that we're going to get a second Superman movie before I even get to see the Batman 2, which came out like 4 years ago. Like, it's really frustrating.
Now, I would assume that, obviously it takes Superman prying a little bit to get Lex to buy into this. And then once Lex is in like a mech suit, he's going to be like, oh shit, I should fight Superman myself.
Exactly. At the end of the movie, he'll be like, oh, this suit's strong enough. I could put kryptonite in it and fight it myself.
News dump. We were shared online a screenshot, much like the fighting menu of Street Fighter. We know the cast of the movie, and the one that really sticks out is 50 Cent.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
like that.
This. I like this. I like the graphic. I'm not sure how. So maybe the movie will be great because Mortal Kombat's pretty great. So
yeah, I mean, Mortal Kombat. Like, that's the thing. You just gotta make it fun. Like, don't
make it fun.
Don't take it too serious. Be kind of dumb with it. Make it fun. Make your characters like memeable, and it'll do great.
Look at Mortal Kombat. Mario is really simple, fun for kids. Sonic,
100%.
really simple, mostly fun movies.
Yeah,
just do that with all your video game stuff.
I loved the Super Mario movie, by the way. Big fan.
Mm-hmm. News dump. Saturday Night Live has shared its cast for season 51, so we know who is joining and also who is leaving. The big name is Heidi Gardner. After 8 years, she is off the show, but that's what they should be doing, is after 6 to 7 seasons, you should be recycling and moving people out. The big name that stands out to me, now, first off, I do like Emil Joachim, who was on for 1 season. I hated Devin Walker. I thought that he's one of the worst performers they've ever had. He was on for 3 seasons. Could barely read the cue cards. Michael Longfellow is someone that I thought would, maybe not this season, but eventually take over the Weekend Update desk. He has a real dry sense of his humor. He delivers jokes, and if they don't hit, he'll sit in the awkwardness, kind of like a Norm Macdonald, but he's off the show after 2 seasons. Very disappointed.
Now, do you still watch this regularly, like every Saturday?
Sundays, YouTube it.
All right,
do it like Sundays around like 10 or 11 or something like that with my wife.
Yeah, it doesn't hit quite the same way it used to.
Well, I think an issue too. So they still have 18 cast members. You're not going to get you're not going to build any stars if you have 18 people in and out. Like,
too many.
You need to, so you can hit every gender and race, which is what they are trying to do now, if you just have a dozen people. Why do you have 18 people in the cast?
Too many cooks in the kitchen, Goo. Too many cooks.
Way too many. You can't build stars like a Will Ferrell, Eddie Murphy.
No.
They were in smaller casts. Look at my favorite cast is the Bill Hader, Andy Samberg, Jason Sudeikis cast. There's like 8 or 9 people in that cast.
Yeah. And then you can have people that like fill it. Like if there's like one person that's in for a season or something, that's fine. But you need to tighten it up.
Speaking of Andy Samberg, people are comparing it to Lonely Island, but SNL is breaking up the Please Don't Destroy Boys. That is Ben Marshall, Martin Herlihy, and John Higgins. Marshall is joining the actual cast. Herlihy is going to remain a writer, and John Higgins is out. And what they're doing, people are comparing it to Lonely Island, where Andy Samberg in the cast and Akiva Schaffer and Jorma Takomi were both writers. But I'll say this, I think SNL, with both of these groups, got it right. Schaffer and Jorma, both really good writers. They both direct now. Also, I just caught The Naked Gun last night. I always confuse the fucking titles in the movies.
It's okay.
I caught Schaffer's The Naked Gun last night. 85 minutes, nothing overly lolling, but consistently funny, consistently joking.
This is the Liam Neeson joint, correct?
Yes, the
Nice.
Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson joint.
Hell yeah.
So when you have a chance to see that, I do recommend it. Colin Jost and Michael Che are both back for Weekend Update. The season starts on October 4th. News dump. The Paper, this is the Office spinoff, is now available on Peacock. I am an episode and a half in, and I think I like it. There is one character, there's 2 characters that I do not like. I don't like Oscar. I hate his inclusion in the show. I hate his reluctancy to be on the show. I don't want to do this again. Like that comedy I don't need. Also, there is someone that runs this office before they add Redhead McGee over there. Her character feels completely forced. I don't care for her at all. What I like about this is that now they run a newspaper, and maybe this won't hit with everybody, but there's some decent inside news jargon that has made me laugh.
Okay, I'm into it. I'm ready for it.
Because he joins a local paper that doesn't have any local reporters, so it's pretty much all content farming and needing wires. So you kind of deal with this too when it comes to sports.
Yeah.
It's like, we have to get articles up. I don't know, just fucking grab something from like the AP. Grab something from this.
Exactly. Just make a story out of it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. News dump. Got a trailer for Wake Up Dead Man. This is a Knives Out story. This is set to be released on November 26th. I think that is Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving on Netflix. This stars Josh Brolin as, I think, a priest. I'll just say he's a church guy and he dies.
Okay. Knives Out, relatively decent hit rate. Okay.
I love the first one. I don't care for the second one. Let's see who wins the series. This is a 3-game series.
Rubber match here.
It's split. This is the rubber match right here.
You better throw your ace.
Yep. And I think the cast in the second one is great too.
Yeah, are we gonna get Garrett Crochet or are we getting Dustin May? Like that's the difference.
News dump. Matthew McConaughey said that he is open to reprising his role as Rust Cole for another season of True Detective. I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
No, I think you should let it lie as it is. It was one of the great single seasons of dramatic television. Like, it was fabulous. Leave it the way it is. Do not come back and ruin it, because that's surely what everybody will do. Is they bring something back, they ruin it, and it makes it worse for everybody.
Speaking of bringing something back, news dump. Michael Caine is coming out of retirement at the age of 92 for Vin Diesel's The Last Witch Hunter 2.
Of all people, Vin Diesel? That's who you're coming out of retirement for?
So he is someone, he was already an accomplished actor in England before doing Jaws 4. So he did Jaws 4, and whenever he is asked about it, he says, you should see what that movie bought me. He got his first big paycheck. He bought a house. He's like, the house is beautiful. I'm curious if he's doing this to buy another house.
Ooh, maybe he's trying to buy his kids, or actually it would be his great grandkids a house.
Or maybe he's preparing to buy the Darth Vader helmet or the Chewbacca suit.
Oh, great call, Goo. Great.
He's like,
call.
I don't know when the auction is,
but I need to be ready.
Helmet. Just always preparing for the Chewbacca auction.
Always
sale.
need to be ready.
Newsed up. Coming out in August of 2027, Bluey, the movie. They're focusing on making a movie.
Okay, cool. Hey, good for the kids. Kiddos will love it. I bet they'll enjoy it.
My kid never got into Bluey. He'll watch it. He thinks it's fine.
Is he like a Paw Patrol kid, or is he just not like dogs?
He was a Paw Patrol kid.
Okay.
Right now, he's running through Phineas and Ferb.
Ooh, nice. That's a great show.
It's a great show.
Doofenshmirtz, Perry the Platypus. I get it.
Whenever I watch it, I'm like, what came out first, this or Rick and Morty? Because this seems like that did.
So Phineas and Ferb its original run was when I was like I think it was like when I was like a teenager. Okay. Maybe like right around like 14-ish or so. And so then it kind of went away, and I think now it's come back.
It's so similar. It's
so
a kid version of like a Rick and Morty.
100%.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's tremendous.
Newsed up. And finally, out on Netflix right now. I think it's about a week old. If you don't want any spoilers, jump off. Join us at the end of the week.
Yes.
I saw, Catfish,
No, it's unknown number,
there we go.
A high school catfish.
Okay. This 90 minutes.
Tremendous.
Like I said in the headlines, I swore at my TV when they announced or they told us who was doing the catfishing. Now, the story is about two teenagers who were getting texts, constant texts.
They were dating, boyfriend, girlfriend.
20 months, teenagers, freshmen, I believe, at the time.
Correct. Yeah, 14-year-olds.
With the unknown number telling the young girl, to kill herself, to leave the boy.
Doesn't give him enough BJs.
Sending a lot of sexual stuff. Yes.
Really sexual stuff.
It's in a small town in Michigan, and because it's a small town, the high school is, it's not even a high school. It's a fucking school. It goes from like pre-K to 12. So
it goes K to 12.
Everyone is in there. And because it is a small town, everyone in that class is being accused of sending these texts. So they run through like a dozen people that were accused of it, and they're having their phone analyzed, everything else. And you find out who it is. And what I hate about it, and what I hate about myself, I hate this about myself. Now, obviously, if you followed the news, you would have already known who the person was. This came out a couple years ago. But the first line of the documentary, which is how I'm going to say that from now on.
So good.
Because a mom at the end of this said documentary, the funniest I have ever heard.
Documentary.
Oh, if you watch this documentary, I'm like, no one's ever said it that way. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Right? Yeah, I'm like, am I saying it wrong? I don't know.
Documentary.
But the first line of this documentary is, parents get too involved in the lives of these teenagers. They told us in the first minute who the bad guy is.
Yes,
and the bad guy is the girl who was getting the text's mother. This fucking lady. And first off, I do want to take a shot at this documentary as well. They gave this lady way too much screen time, allowing her to explain herself.
Well, so that's my biggest issue with this, Goo, is I think it's an excellent documentary, and the Hall of Fame moment for police body cam footage, because when the cop walks in to talk to the mother about this, all-time moment, like phenomenal. But then I was like, oh, sweet. I was like, oh, cool, we got our resolution. This was real quick, nice, tight 60 minutes or whatever. And I looked, and there was still 35 minutes left. And
because they told us at like 55 minutes. They told us right there.
I was convinced, Goo, I was in a tailspin because I was convinced that like the husband also had to be involved. Like that's why he was able to handle it with such composure, like kicking her out of the house, because he was also in on it. And I'm like, there has to be another twist. And there just never was. It was 30 minutes of this psycho lady explaining to us why it was totally okay.
When she... Now, just first off, her blaming her trauma. Obviously, trauma sucks. But, like, you tortured two children.
Abused.
14. You tortured two 14-year-olds. And then also within your web, ruined the lives of other kids who were involved in this.
Yeah, that Chloe girl, the cousin.
When she said, she sits back with her dumb no chin. It's just mouth into neck.
Sid
and
the
she's
sloth.
like, and then that was my first, I actually pulled up a picture. I'm like, she looks just like this. She says, You've all broken the law. And then she's like, you drove drunk? You did this? You did that? We're all the same. No, we aren't.
No.
How dare you?
No,
How dare you?
Do you want to know what I don't do? Tell children to kill themselves.
She was telling her daughter to
Her
kill herself.
own daughter.
And she was obsessed with her daughter's boyfriend.
And that has to be it, right? Like the one thing they didn't tell you outright, but like clearly was almost inferred, was that she was sexually enamored by her daughter's boyfriend. Had to be.
And I know that they were trying to hold it because they didn't want, that to be in the first hour. But when the boy was then talking about, yeah, she was very handsy and she would cut my steak for me and do all this stuff. It's
so
like,
weird.
Well, you could have dropped those crumlets in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, but that would have given it away, Goo. They can't do that.
They gave it away in the first minute.
True. Fair point. Well, but you knew it had to be apparent, right? The entire time you're watching it, it's like, okay, there's no way. First of all, kids don't actually talk like those text messages. Like that's not how they actually talk. And then, so like, I knew you knew it had to be somebody older. And then it was just, I still cannot believe it was her own effing mother.
Like right before, as the FBI guy is going through the numbers, my wife looked at me, my wife, and she says, who do you think it is? And I'm like, I honestly have no idea. It might be the principal. Like, I'm like the only one that I could possibly think of. Like, maybe it's the principal. I don't know. And then as they revealed it's the mother, I let out the biggest, oh, fuck you to my television, both at her and to myself. Like, what are you doing? It was right there in front of us.
Yep.
And as she was explaining herself constantly, every time that she was explaining why she did it or like a new layer to it, I was flipping off my television. I was so mad this entire documentary.
Goo, you and I had the exact same reaction. I immediately said, oh, you could fuck right off. And I probably said that 6 times over the final half hour of this thing. Also,
the mom's sister, the aunt, had a Charlie Brown Lucy tattoo on her wrist of Lucy pulling the football away. I was obsessed with it. I couldn't stop staring at it. Anything that she said, I couldn't even hear it. I was just staring at Charlie Brown on her wrist.
And I love how she was just randomly introduced in the final 30 minutes.
Yeah, she came up out of nowhere.
Yeah, to try and paint the mom like she's a normal human being. Like, what are we doing?
Well, at first she did, and then she's like, yeah, she was a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, she loved attention.
Yep. Dear God. That Catfish, though.
That was so good. Goo, as a huge proponent of the original television show Catfish on MTV and all Catfish stories, eject all of these into my veins. I love them so much.
Now, if I'm giving this a rating, I'm probably going like 30 to 32 because the surprise is definitely worth it.
Yeah.
But you could have tightened it. You could have given her less screen time. Also, there is a part at the end of this documentary where, so they give us different videos and interviews of the daughter telling us stuff. And it looked like the last clip of the daughter saying that she still loved the mother was from years ago, as opposed to her more recent interviews, as if they were playing, like, I feel like she had changed since that interview.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't catch that the way you did.
Because she has 2 different outfits on and she looks a little different. She looks older in one compared to the other.
Yeah, interesting. I may have to go back and check that out and see it, but which would be kind of a weird way to do it. But like, because she clearly seemed like she had like Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. It was Munchausen. Yeah, Munchausen. There we go.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what it is, where she's trying to have her be dependent on the mother. So. What a wild time. What a wild time.
Insane. Yeah, I would go 33 dogs. It was very low budget, but the reveal alone is worth like 30 hot dogs.
The reveal. God damn it, man. I'm so mad at myself.
So good.
So mad at myself. It was there. It was right there. News dump. Scheim, thank you for joining me on this news dump. Hopefully we'll have Mac back for the end of the week.
Well, who knows? Mac may be mac and cheese now.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
News dump.